that, because everyone will just look for the reasons why they won't be challenging them. Is either, you know me, I'm not going to, I'm a Yoruba man, I can't challenge another Yoruba. So if I can't challenge a Yoruba man now, so is it the Igbo man that will now be there? Abi is the Hausa man? Well, I'm not. Or, oh, they told me in my church that this year, God won't answer all my prayers. So you won't make her go protest. Then they can't shoot me, make her can't die. Baba, no. But whenever they says, they use all this showore to distract Nigerians from fighting for their rights. And then you say, yes, so my brother, it's true. I agree. I'm like, what are you agreeing to? Yeah? You've never agreed on anything to say you want to fight for your real right. Everybody is just calling on everybody. And instead of people to come out, see, instead of people to stand up, the person who is saying that instead of everybody to stand up is seated. In fact, he's lying down under his couch. I mean, under his duvet, typing. Nigerians, I don't understand. Instead of all of us to come together, yeah? I'm saying this because, like I said, I am not trying to say you are wrong, because I don't know everything myself. I'm just saying that if you come to think of it, there was never a time you really agreed to anything. Even the answers we are talking about is only in the southern Nigeria. The other part of Nigeria, northern Nigeria, you know what happened now? There was never coercion. There was never a time. So, but we need that. I agree that we do. And because of that, we cannot continue to justify injustice against people that are doing little in their own little space, even if we don't like how they are doing it. Do you understand? Because if you look around, you realize that the passion at which Nigerians want everyone speaking up against government, right, to be dealt with is like unbelievable. They will look at those who are standing up to their government. They wish them all kinds of evil you can think of. But when they meet those who put them in that sorry state, right, they're always so willing to share them on, try to have a selfie and all that. So in my own kind of, my own way, right? For those of you probably seeing me for the first time or maybe second time or because of all this, right, is that I know that contraption is a disjointed lie. I mean, a disjointed sort of like a contraption, right? And whose the entire sort of like reality is a lie. So, and I believe that a system that is like that will create enough rebellious people within its geographical space. It's just going to be a matter of time, because as much as they are managing to continue to socially engineer and condition some mugus in that same space, in reality, when the shege touches enough of us, right, to become rebellious enough in whatever kind of like mission you want to choose, at the end of the day, we are all going to probably be together in the same camp, understanding that the only common enemy we have are those who have sworn to make our lives worthless, as they are currently doing. So, for every fight, whether you are the Shiite, you're my friend. Whether you are the revolution now, in that your small space, I am for you. Whether you're for the Yoruba nation as I am, we will be friends. Or if you are a Biafran demanding for the Republic of Biafra, that's a fight. You are my friend. So whether you are now like we have there, or the big one there, right? What do you call them? The obedient, the active one in their one Nigeria. You see, the point is that at the end of the day, we are all going to agree that this system is like a weapon fashioned against us. And the earlier it is completely extinguished, the better for the rest of us. If we can't do it for ourselves, we would have to do it for our children. First, by realizing the lie. I know a lot of you still believe in the lie, unfortunately, but with what APC, Egbekegbe have done so far, Even if you are an hypocrite, it's a matter of time before you know your place in the entire contraption. So this evening, I'm going to take you back to the street where they have now extended. You see why this, I'll tell you two things. You see, when people come out like this to express their displeasure about anything at all, like miscarriage of justice and all that, they may be little, they may be large. It is how that is managed by both sides that will determine what will be the end goal. In what you have in Nigeria right now, that a lot of people they are now realizing that you don't have democracy. What you have is autocracy, militocracy. So it's going to be a matter of time before you begin to challenge and say, you know what? If people who disagrees or who have been managing or sort of like coping with all sorts of injustice, or this, or whether they are a group of people, whether they are like a demography of young people, whether they are a group, a tribe or ethnic nationality and the rest of that. So it is how they manage it. But with the way, like I said, with the way these guys are going, where they believe that they can get away with anything and nobody will hold them to anything, shoot you, will kill you. One day, someday, one of them will be mismanaged. And like you have seen worse, that will likely be next to nothing to what you have seen. And that may be the last stroke that will break the camel's back. And I want to keep record of everything until that time. Because we believe that a system like this, the arrogance of those in charge of it, is enough to self-destruct. It's just a matter of time, right? So I'll take you back to the streets, starting from those who have spoken, especially after the EFCC statement, right? Before and after, and then the protests that followed. This time, not just in Abuja, partly in Lagos, they were there in Calabar, and we saw them in Port Harcourt. I'll take you to all of that. It's a tour, and it's a long one. Come with me. Is how he said, like, come with me.
Yeah, EFCC don't talk, oh. EFCC don't talk. Say, VeryDarkMan arrested over multiple. Well, just got back from work, seeing EFCC, and finally said VeryDarkMan is with them, answering multiple petitions against him. So, well, it is normal for EFCC to call any of us to come and answer petition. This is what we have been shouting and crying for since Friday. Thank God they've done the needful by coming out to say he is with them, and they have few petitions against him. So we await and see how they they come with their investigation. So it's allowed. They can arrest anybody, including me, anybody. But at least now they are talking. They are out to tell us is with them. So EFCC, thank you for talking. And we'll be patiently waiting. And I think I heard that you guys will give him bail today or tomorrow, or he's about to perfect his bail. So there's no point we protesting again tomorrow, because what we are asking for is for them to come out and release statements. And they've done the needful. So I won't be out again tomorrow, since they have done what we want them to do. I want them to do, which is to come out and tell us VeryDarkMan is with us. God bless Nigeria. And listen, it is looking like people that fought Abacha that said no, we must go back to democracy, are now the one in custody of that democracy that they fought for. And look at the way they are doing their own democracy now. What's the difference between Abacha time and this time? Can you arrest someone in a gangster way? It is not good. It is not done. Anyway, there was a country. I will advise you to stay home tomorrow and we wait. They said they are working on his bail, or they are going to charge him to court. So we see how that... Anyway, thank you all. God bless you. God bless Nigeria. No retreat, no surrender. Anywhere you see injustice, you must talk. Have a good night.
I am a river daughter. EFCC. Release my brother, VeryDarkMan. Release VeryDarkMan right now. If I be a man of God, VeryDarkMan, may you be released. I'm praying for you right now. Wherever you are, VeryDarkMan, come out. Come out.
EFCC just released a press statement today saying that they invited VeryDarkMan and VeryDarkMan refused to go, and that's the reason why they arrested him. Okay, so we want to believe what EFCC has just said. We strongly, in fact, I personally want to believe it. However, I want to believe it with proof. I want to believe it with evidence. Show us like evidence that you invited this young man and this young man refused to go. I mean, if he has done something and you want to do your work, we'll wait for you to do your work. Yeah, that is the law. We'll wait for you to do your work. We are not saying you took our president or you took the right. Show us say you actually invite him, and that's the reason why you arrested him. Show us evidence. Because if there are mails you sent to him, you still have copies of the mail. If you sent him a courier, then the courier company must have signed it up, and you have copies of that invitation. It's dated, and then the courier company, let's see evidence that you actually sent this mail, and don't just come up with things. I mean, we know this Nigeria, and we are waiting for this evidence. Please show us the real evidence, because we really want to go back to doing our business. We want to go back to living our life normally. We want to go back to having hope that one day this country is going to be better and things are going to start working. We want to go back to suffering and having hope. We want to go back to that. But until we know that the voice that we have, the only voice we have that is speaking.
We are not criminals. We only came peacefully. Why are you people so much? We did not come for fights. Why are they carrying animals for us? Why are they carrying dogs? They don't even tell. They pour us tear gas. Why are they pouring tear gas? Why would they pour tear gas? Enough is enough. Why the tear gas? Movement! He is the voice of the voiceless. EFCC free VeryDarkMan for all.
Same right bandit, give it to us. When we arrest bandits, immediately we release bandits. Give us that right. Or give us that DPM, EFCC. We are arrested bandits.
Okay. Free DPM. Okay. Ready here? Okay. Let's start one place. Okay. Don't give us VDM. Free VDM.
Location flyover, Port Harcourt. Location flyover, 9 a.m. in the morning. Our voices must be heard. You have no excuse. Remember, I'm not heard you, but I got no option. You need to speak out, not just for BDM, but for the youth out there, for the right of all youth.
Port Harcourt people are all out.
all out to say free VDM now, and let's have our peace. Port Harcourt people are all out. Influencers, celebrities are all out. That is the very white man, or the very fair man out there. And you have other influencers here that are saying enough is enough to the EFCC, enough is enough to the law enforcement. You must free the voice of the people. VDM. Listen to say, very dark man. You must free VDM. You understand? So
now that was just at the start. Even this I don't even know if I should say bros or auntie told the EFCC to release VDM for them and take Yeye Bello and Akpabiole.
Free VeryDarkMan, we don't agree. Take Akpabio. Give us VeryDarkMan. Take Tinubu. Give us VeryDarkMan. Take Akpabio. Give us VeryDarkMan. Take Okowana. Free VeryDarkMan, we don't agree. Take Akpabio. Give us VeryDarkMan. Take Tinubu. Give us VeryDarkMan. Take Akpabio. Give us VeryDarkMan. Take Okowana. Free VeryDarkMan.
Now, just like Mark Angel said in that clip, if you actually invited him, there will be, if you had any correspondence with him, right, there will be evidence of that correspondence. Just like I said, that you can't take the word of the rogues in the EFCC as truth. They said similar thing yesterday, they debunked it, then today they repeated the same thing. Maybe they will change it tomorrow. So there must be evidence of them inviting him, whether text messages, whether it was, a postal delivery, or even an email, or even, what do you call it, WhatsApp message. I mean, like, there should be something, a receipt of that. Anyway, there is a part where a lot of people are saying, because they have been to the Human Rights Commission headquarters, Abuja. They have been in front of the GT Co. I didn't even know that you've changed that from GT Bank to GT Co. What does that even mean? Guarantee Trust Company. I mean, what? You know, why they, okay, that's on me. I should have checked. But anyway, I saw that and I was like, GT Co. So they were there. As much as others who can be physically present in demanding for his release, others are protesting. Yeah, those ones are protesting online to also close their banking relationship with GTB. There are those who are saying that none of this has been taken to the front of the same EFCC. I said something about the angry population segmented into different kinds of groups and have different sort of like a driving motivation for why they are in that category of groups, right? So one thing I have noticed is that to those who have been paying attention, like myself, okay, if you have been paying attention, VeryDarkMan was supposed to just be a social media guy, social media that some said is not real life. So I saw a video where one guy, I think that one is his critic, you know, it's like his #1 critic. They call him T1, okay? So that one said that VeryDarkMan have millions of followers that he sort of like a tweet to, speak to every now and then, and this is Rattel followers, young and old, will do anything he asks them to do. So now that the VeryDarkMan is in EFCC detention, how come that they cannot pull more than the number they have pulled so far? Right? That was what that one said. And I know maybe some of you probably feel same. So, right? Okay. So the reason why I said that, since we have all been segmented and we all have a stone to grind. There are those who have stones to grind, and that stone is that this establishment must fall, but they are still pro-Nigeria, one Nigerianist. There are those who have stones to grind that their own offer is let everybody go their separate ways. Everybody shall have their own stones to grind.